What's good, my peoples? It's your main man, Solace. I want to do this quick little video. Basically, you can call it the creation story of life. I want to basically break that down because everybody want to know what is God or the all that everything came from. Like, what is this truly? Because everything we hearing is like, it's kind of got it, but it ain't really got no real to it. So everybody want to truly know that. So I'm going to dive into that right quick. I'm going to break down exactly what that is. Because at this point they have fucked our minds up through this slave shit. So now we think everything is invisible. The spirit is invisible. God is invisible. Every goddamn thing is invisible. But this is not true. It's a matter of size and scale. See, the cells in your body are microscopic, so you cannot see them with your naked eye. You just can't. And it's the same thing on a larger scale. It's the flip side of balance. You can't see things that are too large. So this is why you can only see things in the third dimension, which is in 3D. You can't see things in 4D, not because they're invisible. You just haven't died and ascended to the fourth dimension. When you was a cell in a body, that was in your first dimension. You couldn't see what was in the third dimension. You wasn't ever going to see what was in the third dimension until you became sperm and lived inside of a womb and then came into the third dimension. So this is the only true way you're going to switch through dimensions. Now, conscious is a whole different thing. But as far as a man going from dimensions to dimensions, that's not going to happen. Now, I want to break down what exactly the beginnings are, and then I'll take you to the end. I'm gonna try to do it fast for y'all. So now think of when you ever heard primordial soup, or the waters and the spirit over the waters, or the primordial soup. This is speaking of eggs, but not the egg, the yolk that is inside. So grasp your mind on that. The yolk of an egg is the primordial soup. But don't think just woman. You have to think all life that holds eggs have the yolking inside, which is basically the materials that will become the body, the veins, the blood, all of these things. All of that material is inside of the egg, which is the yolk, whether it's a woman's egg or a chicken's egg or a fucking rat's egg. Doesn't matter. It's gonna have yolk. So now think primordial soup of all yolks, all egg yolks that have not been inserted with sperm yet. Think of a sea of just egg yolks. Now, the spirit that comes over the primordial soup, which is the egg yolks of all egg yolks, would be the sperm. And this is the spirit that they say is the spirit of God. So when I say the sperm is the spirit, it truly is. But don't think man spirit. I mean man sperm. Think all sperm. Rooster sperm. Anything that penetrates and inserts the egg. With sperm, think a primordial soup of sperm, swimming in a primordial soup of all yolks, and just all life just coming slowly through that. In the womb of the world that this primordial soup is in, this is the all. That is the all. And this is the beginnings of life. Oxygen elements make up like water and things and mist and all of that, and breaks down till you get to the yolk in sperm. So this is the elements becoming physical, going from hydrogen and oxygen to water, from water to yolk in sperm. But you gotta understand, the sperm is alive. It has conscious energy, which is the spirit. The sperm cell's body is always the sperm cell's body. The big ass head with the bony tail body. But the charge in it is what makes it alive. Just like it being in you charged up is what makes you alive. So we just have to grasp that and grasp that that world or womb they are in, this would be the mighty all. So you have to think of it in the sense of a woman. The sperm cell penetrates the egg and they mesh. And the sperm cell is the spirit, which is inside the brain and the spinal cord, and the egg develops into the body. But none of this is possible if it was not inside of that womb. Now you got to get to a level to understand you don't actually have to use a woman to create a baby. You can do this in a lab as long as you can make a womb, which is the force that holds that divineness and sustains it to come forth, because that's the greatness of everything, that part. So this would be what the mighty all of God would be, and that would be the process. Now what we're doing is ascending back. So now you have to understand you have trillions of cells in your body, microscopic. You have trillions of cells on Earth. This would be us, animals, plants, all life. You have trillions of planets in the universe. You have trillions of solar systems in the universe. You have trillions of galaxies in the universe. Now we have to understand this is all immune systems of beings, the solar system. So these are people. That's why you have trillions of them. They all interact. Different types of beings, just like we have different types of beings on Earth. Now what you're doing is ascending back to that, to be one with that womb. All of the different life is trying to ascend through the dimensions, from cell life, which is first dimension, womb life, second dimension, earth life, third dimension, to be a planet, fourth dimension, and you're just ascending back until you become one inside of that world or womb that sustains the two universes. This is where it's deep. You have two universes. One is likened to yoke, you can say. So all the galaxies, solar systems, and planets that are in the universe makes up the innards of that person or gigantic being. And that being dwells with another being that is likened to him. This is like Adam and Eve. And they dwell together alone, just them two. And all life dwells within them, meaning the galaxies, the solar systems, the planets, the life, us that live on the planets, the cells that live in the body. All of these things are in that body, which is the universe. And one is feminine and one is masculine. And God is the world or the womb, that force that they are in. And don't get lost and think, oh, womb, so God is a woman. Once you get to that level, you're not speaking male or female. You're speaking force. Just like the beginnings of life. It wasn't male or female. It was positive force and negative force, which became positive energy and negative energy and then meshed. Up quark, down quark. That is a force, not energy. That is a force that brought forth the energy. So when the up quark and the down quark bonded together, that's how you got the proton and the neutron. Now you have leptons. This is the negative force that brought forth the electron, which is the negative energy. And they bonded together to make the atom, and so on and so forth, and this is life. So this is where you get male and female. Male and female is just a matter of reproduction.